Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we will see how we can report a bug, okay? And what is the best way to report a bug while doing your testing, okay? So to be very clear, it is really important to provide a clear and concise information, okay, to the development team whenever you report a bug, okay? And to make it more easy, generally what we do is we basically follow some kind of standards or some kind of a template in our organizations. Okay, every organization have different templates. However, most of the fields are common. Okay, so we'll talk about those fields, we'll talk about the template, and we'll see how basically we can report it. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen. Yeah. So I'll just go through one by one, like while creating the defect template, what all fields are required and why it is required. Okay. So let's start with the first one. That is a bug ID. Okay. Now, what is bug ID? Basically, whenever you create any bug, there will be a unique ID. Okay. So if you're reporting any bug in your Excel sheet, make sure that ID should be unique. Okay, so that it will be easy to find out what is the bug and this bug is linked to which test case. Okay, should be unique. Now the second thing is, or in the bug ID as well, one more thing, like if you are using any of the tool, right, generally you have your bug ID with you or system will generate that bug ID. I will drop you a link where I have created one bug in Azure DevOps, and you can refer that video and see, like as soon as you log that bug, you will get a bug ID. Okay, but if you're using an Excel sheet or some other maybe some other manual approach, you have to create or you have to generate that bug ID manually. When I say generate, you can write any ID. You can start, let's say you start writing your IDs from 100 or 1001. Okay, so if you found another bug, you will write 1002, then 1003. Make sure there is no duplication. Okay, that's what I mean to say. Now, next thing is, so the next thing is description. Okay, you need to be very concise and very, you can say, to the point, right, while you are logging this bug. Okay, basically you need to describe your problem very clearly in detail. Okay, so that while just going through the description, user will understand or developer will understand what is the problem. Okay, now once he know what is the problem, the third thing you have to provide him is the steps to reproduce. Now, in my one of the video when I was showing you how to write test cases, I have talked about steps, test case steps, right? So those test case steps is basically the steps which you are following, right? The same steps you need to copy here, okay? That you followed all these steps, and based on these steps, you got this issue, right? So step performed while test case execution. That's what step to reproduce means. Then expected result. Okay, what is your expectations? Okay, what we are expecting from the application, and how we know? Based on the requirement document. Requirement document, and nowadays since we are using agile, you can say based on the user stories. Okay, acceptance criteria. Okay, now the fifth thing is the actual result. What actually you're getting, right? So the actual result. Okay, what result you are getting from application. Let's say you are doing 2 multiplied by 2. So you are expecting 4. That is your expected result, right? But you are getting 5. That is your actual result. So you have to write here 5, which is wrong, right? That's why you are logging this bug. Now the test data, as I have told you, while writing your test cases, you always specify your data, what actually you entered. In this case, let's say the test data will be 2 multiplied by 2. You are trying to check the multiplication. I'm just giving an example, simple calculator example, right? So test data means the data which we used while testing. Okay. Then the next thing is environment. See, there are a couple of teams, right? Sometimes dev team itself do development and testing. Sometimes you are, due to some reasons, right? Maybe the deployment is not done in your environment or the QA environment. You are forced to do the testing in the dev environment, right? So ideally, you should pass the environment. Okay. Like on which environment you have performed your testing. Okay. So you will pass like, is it a QA environment or a dev environment or UAT or prod, whatever it is. Okay, I'm just giving an example. Then which application you are testing. Generally, it will be auto-populated, or you can, if you are working on multiple applications parallelly, it's better. Maybe you and the dev team both are working on the multiple application, right? So it's really tough, right, to identify. I mean, this bugs belongs to which of the application or which application, right? So it's better to have a application name as well. Then the most important thing in the bug template is known as priority severity. And believe me, guys, if you are having 1 or 2 years of experience or 3 years, or it's not about experience. If you are going for a software testing interview, okay, these questions will be asked by the interviewer for sure. What is priority? What is bug priority? Okay, so bug priority means how soon we as a tester want to this bug to be fixed. Okay, so let's say, as I was saying in one of my videos, let's say you are testing the login functionality, and if you are not able to log in, then how you will test your subsequent applications? So it means you have to tell development team that this bug is on priority. Okay, so you have to fix it as early as possible. Okay, so there are different states of priority and severity as well. We will talk about in our next video, and I'll tell you for each of these states of priority and severity. We'll talk about it, but as of now, just understand that priority means that how soon you want your bugs to be fixed by the dev team. The next one is severity. So what severity says is, what is the impact of the bug on the application? How severe the impact is, right? We say that generally how severe he is, right? Or you can say, what is the impact of that bug? Since I was saying, right, you are not able to log in, which means the impact is huge, right? So that's how we define severity. It means it's a high severity bug. We'll talk about the state, as I said. In the next video, I'll definitely cover these two things, the priority and the severity, and the different states of priority and severity. Now, the next one is assigned by. It means the tester. Who is assigning the bug? Okay. Okay. And then assigned to. Maybe there are multiple dev teams. Maybe there are multiple test teams. That's why we need it, right? Dev. Yeah. And then the important thing is screenshot. Believe me, guys, sometimes you will log the bug, but after sometimes due to the environment issue, the bug was there. But next time when you are trying to replicate it, you're not able to do it. Right? You will see sometimes intermittent issues. So it's better, and it is always better to have a screenshot of the issue or the screen record with steps. That will be very nice, right? And these things will help you while you report your bug, and it will actually give you a clear picture to the dev team as well. Okay, so this is the template. This is really, I mean, I have tried to cover everything in this template. Believe me, most of the applications you will see most of the time these type of fields. If you are not following any any of the application. If you are not using any of the application, even though you can create this template in your report or in your Excel sheet, and you can report your bug. So I hope this video will be helpful for you guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot for watching my videos.